Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halal Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bahashim, Rakal Kodash. Alright, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers that's watching truth and sincerity, okay? Alright, so just gonna go do a video. Don't want to make it too long. I want to bring out maybe some scriptures, and I want to bring out this information right here. The title of this information, or this article, is 72 types of Americans that are considered potential terrorists in official government documents. So according to government documents, they have 72 characteristics that distinguish a person as a potential terrorist, okay? Esau set this up. So, we're going to get into this, bring out some scriptures, some precepts, Lord's will. This is by Michael Snyder, and this article goes back to 2013. All right, so it's plenty more characteristics. Now, as we being in 2018, the nuclear clock is 2 minutes before 12 o'clock, okay? We know that the nuclear destruction is coming. Even believing that nuclear destruction can come to America, they'll deem you a terrorist, okay? Believing in the truth, they'll deem you a terrorist. So we're going to go into this, all right? And bring out some precepts. And all right, so this is are you a conservative, a libertarian, a Christian? Okay, are you a Christian? All right, you Christians out there, Vocab Malone and James White, the Edomite. Are you a Christian? You claim yourself Christians. The hour's going to come where that's going to be tested. All right. It says, are you opposed to abortion, globalism, communism, illegal immigration, the United Nations, or the New World Order? Do you believe in conspiracy theories? Do you believe that we are living in the end of times? Or do you ever visit alternative news websites? If you answered yes to any of those things, you are a potential terrorist. Okay, so you know that Esau has these different algorithms and these different fusion centers set up, and they keep track of all your information, your website visits, your credit card purchases, so on and so forth. The organizations you attend. Esau keeps track of this, all right? So-called white man. Let's get this precept real quick. All right, let's see. It's the first precept that came to mind. We'll bring this out. This is Proverbs Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, so since the earth is given into the hand of the wicked have power to dictate who's a potential terrorist or not. All right, and the next scripture, real quick. This is Revelation. The book of Revelation 2 verse 10 says, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Why? Because they deem us potential terrorists, according to this. Now, I just read some certain things that applies to you brothers in the truth. All right. Let's see. Opposed to abortion. All right. We know what the scriptures say about abortion. All right. Globalism. Communism. These are systems set up by the so-called white man. We speak against it. We speak out against it. Some of you brothers have spoke against or went into communism, the Marxist doctrine, and the Communist Manifesto. All right. The United Nations. When you go into the book of Daniels, you bring out the United Nations. All right. That's a part of the book of Daniels, the United Nations, the New World Order, which that's in the scriptures, which is not a New World Order, because back during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, he wanted to establish his rule where everybody had to bow down to the God of Nebuchadnezzar. That's a New World Order type agenda. All right. Conspiracy theories, we bring out conspiracy theories. We teach that we're living in the end times. We visit alternative news media sites like blacklistednews.com, like Press TV, RT. All right. So it says, if you answered yes to any of those questions, you're a potential terrorist, according to U.S. government documents. At one time, the term terrorist was used very narrowly. The government applied the label to people like Osama bin Laden and other Islamic jihadists. But now the Obama administration is removing all references to Islam from terror training materials, and instead the term is being applied to large groups of American citizens. So this happened back during the time of the Obama administration. You stupid ass so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that believed in Obama. Obama, he used these different classifications to deem you as potential terrorists. All right. Obama wasn't the best president, the first black president. He's a wicked ass guy, wicked ass president, man. All right. It says, and if you are a terrorist, that means that you have no rights, and the government can treat you just like it treats terrorists. Why? By locking you up in prison, which it says treat the terrorists that are being held in Guantanamo Bay. And that's why you have these concentration camps, all right? And the concentration camps are going to be implemented during the time of Jacob's trouble, okay? It says, so if you belong to a group of people that now being referred to as potential terrorists, so-called black Hebrew Israelites, it says, please don't take it as a joke. The first step to persecuting any group of people is to demonize them, which we are being demonized, all right? We're being demonized, all right? They call us black Hebrew Israelites, right? And they say that we rape little children. They say that we love white women, all right? They say all manner of evil things about us, and that's in the scriptures. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on reading real quick, but I'm gonna bring out something. All right, so it says, so if you belong to a group of people that is now being referred to as potential terrorists, please don't take it as a joke. So you men in Great Millstone, man, you know, don't take this thing lightly, man. They're coming. Esau is coming. Esau has government documents. All right. Let's see. So this is the book of let's see, yeah, this is Matthew 5 and 11. Matthew 5 and 11, it says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. For the sake of who? Yahweh Shah. This is in the red. You're blessed. You're considered blessed. You know, you got these scoffers and scorners talking all types of shit, but the Lord said, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. All right, that's a blessing of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So it says, don't take this as a joke. Okay, we're not going to take this as a joke. Let's take it as a blessing, all right? It says the first step to persecuting any group of people is to demonize them. And right now, large groups of peaceful, law-abiding citizens are being ruthlessly demonized. And that's what we are, man. We're peaceful, law-abiding citizens. We go to work, all right? We do the work on the weekends. You know, we study, we do videos, man. Law-abiding citizens. But the scriptures say that Esau making for man an offender for the word, okay? Let's get that. This is Isaiah 29, verse 21. It says, I'm going to start at 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, which you so-called white people, you Edomites, you're going to be brought to naught. The scriptures refer to you as the terrible one. All right? The terrible one is brought to naught. This government, United States government, the Babylonian, the king of Babylon, or the mystery Babylon, great Babylon the Great, all right, aka the United States government, aka the United Nations and the conglomerate of Western powers, all right, you know, which is part of the second leg of the Roman Empire that had the Great Womb, all right. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. And it says, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. And that's what we do. You know, we reprove in the gate, in your gates. All right? So we telling the people, like, America's going to be destroyed. All right? All hell's going to break loose in America. Martial law is coming. All right? It's going to be a time of great famine. The Lord is going to utterly empty the earth, you know, and a few men are going to be left, pursuant to Isaiah the 24th chapter. All right? It says, it says, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of not. Okay? Turn aside the just for a thing of not. Okay? All right, so below is a list. Below is a list of 72 types of Americans that are considered to be extremists or potential terrorists in official U.S. government documents. To see the original source document for each point, just click the link. So you can just click on the link. But like I said, this is an article by Michael Snyder, printed on August 26th, 2013. It says, those that talk about individual liberties. Now we're going to go into, it's 72 of them, so I'm not going to go into all 72 of them for time's sake. But I'm going to go into a few of them, you know, that apply to you brothers on the highways and hedges, all right? So one of them that sticks out is number 10, anti-gay, all right? Anti-homosexuality. Man, to, what is it? Woe to them that call, matter of fact, I think it's Isaiah 5:20, real quick. Because you can't speak out against homosexuals, right? Yeah, this is Isaiah 5:20. Says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. So in a society that calls evil good and good evil, all right, so it's good to speak the words of the Lord. Leviticus 20:13 says, if a man lie with mankind, all right, it's another scripture in Romans, the 1st chapter, all right. There's laws against homosexuality in the Bible, all right. But if you're anti-gay, you're deemed as a potential terrorist, all right. Anyone that possesses an intolerance towards other religions. So we get on all of these other religions. All right, we get on Muslims. You know, we don't deal with that. We deal with the God of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the living God. All right, and the living God didn't give us any religions, man. So it says anyone that possesses an intolerance towards other religions. So we're against Christianity, plantation Christianity, all right, which was taught by our slave masters. Then they used the Bible as the doctrine, specific doctrine. The Lord came for everybody. We're against that because that's not according to the scriptures. All right. Those that want to make the world a better place. That's us. And how do we want to make the world a better place? By praying to the Lord and having the Lord send His Son back and establish Israel, man. That's how you're going to make the Lord a better place, man. So we're deemed as potential terrorists or potential extremists, according to these 72 characteristics. 14, opposition to equal rights for gays and lesbians. Right? Let's see. These are different members of different organizations like Christian Action Network, Tennessee Freedom Coalition, Federation of American Integration Reform. So these different groups in America, they're deemed as potential terrorists. Number 22, anyone that is opposed to the New World Order. And we bring out scriptures on the New World Order, all right? The elites of this society, man. And really, that's who that's our main adversary, man, because you other groups, you're not on the level of the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. You know, you just have the masses of sheeple following, you know. Really, the elites know what time it is, man. They know what's up, man. All right. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's see. I want to go to. I want to go to. This is This is Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. Who is that speaking about, man? Speaking about the so-called white man, but mainly the elites. The elites of the so-called white man, because they're the ones that finance the satellites going up in the sky. They're the ones that finance these different governments. They're the ones that finance the scientists to build nuclear missiles. And how do they finance these things? By the labor of the people. All right, the scriptures say that the increase of the field is given of the king. I'm just roughly paraphrasing. You know, I believe that's in Proverbs. Now, since the days of old, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is for a moment. So these elites, they're triumphing, and they're building their new world order is only for a moment. All right, because the Lord's gonna cut them down. All right, it says 7. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And that's what's going to happen to the elites. So we prophesy against the elites of the so-called white man, the so-called New World Order, which is not a New World Order. Just because you got to understand something about the so-called white man. He's not a creative person. He's taken all the old ancient gods and incorporated them into his system, and he does the same thing that he'd been doing 2,000 years ago, and what the other nations did as far as oppressing people and manipulating the minds of people. He's doing the same tactics. All right. Let's keep on going. It says, anyone that is concerned about FEMA camps, and I spoke about the FEMA camps. That's number 25. Anyone that is concerned about FEMA camps, Federal Emergency Management Agency. That's the federal overseer of these concentration camps, and they're going to implement these concentration camps during a time of national crisis or a national emergency. All right, a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to be put in these concentration camps. You're going to be split from your family. You know, a lot of you women will be raped in these concentration camps, and a lot of atrocities and genocide is going to be committed against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and even the so-called white man, Esau, man. Because according to this, he's a potential terrorist, man. So a lot of them are going to die in concentration camps. You're going to starve in those concentration camps. It's going to be horrible, all right? And they're going to do this under the cover of the Third World War, all right? So ain't no other nations going to be concerned about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are in this country, man. All right, it says, anyone that is engaged in conspiracy theorizing. Wow. Anyone that is opposed to Agenda 21, and we speak on Agenda 21. We've done videos on Agenda 21 between you brothers, you know. Certain shit is for like Esau, man. The militia movement, because you got Edomites in the militia movement. The sovereignty citizens movement. You even got Jakes in these movements too with Esau, hand in hand with Esau, man. So, you know, the simple of our people. Those that don't think that they have to pay taxes, that's Edomites. Anyone that complains about bias, there's a lot of people out there. Anyone that believes in the government conspiracies to the point of paranoia, Okay, that's a lot of you Edomites. All right. Anyone that is frustrated with mainstream ideologies, and that's what we're frustrated with mainstream ideologies, because nobody wants to come back to the prophecies, the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. All right. Anyone that establishes website, blog to display extremist views. Now, the videos that brothers do, the videos that we do in Great Millstone, you know, amongst the camp through the house of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, Bashim al-Kodash, they could be considered to these Edomites as extremist views, man. You know? So